It was also my first tattoo. So mistakes were made.
You are listening to Trophy Horse with your hosts, Tricky Mick, Alex, I Yield to No One,
Steve.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Trophy Horrors. This is episode 341. You know, it's amazing when I say that. Like, I can't imagine we've done this 341 times already. I'm your host, Tricky Mick. Alongside with me, the man, the myth, the legend, the man that missed the last 20 minutes of last week's show, Alex.
You know, it just means we're getting old. Like, I'm dreading the day when I'm, like, in my 60s, and I read something on Facebook or whatever, and it's like, The Sandlot was released 50 years ago.
Well, just, reference. Let me bring in the awesome I Yield to No One.
Man, I just flew in from Steelport, and boy, are my arms tired.
But,
Thank you. I'll be here all night.
yeah. A lot of people don't do the translation, but 350 episodes, which we are 2 months away from, that's 7 years of podcasting. That's insane.
That is insane.
And we still haven't perfected it yet.
And that's awesome.
I think the imperfection is what makes us perfect.
It is. That's why they love us.
All right, gentlemen, before we actually get started.
We have whores in our name, but that's beside the point.
Yes. Before we get started, I wanted to drop the latest wrestling rumor on you guys from what I read on the internet.
Oh, well, it's April Fool's Day, so it has to be true.
No. I read this 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Brock Lesnar injured himself at home.
Oh.
To the point where he's going to miss WrestleMania.
Oh.
So the rumor is that the Undertaker John Cena match is happening, and that the WWE is going to announce tomorrow on Monday Night Raw that the winner of the Undertaker John Cena match is going to face Roman Reigns in the main event for the belts.
Well, that tells us who's going to win already.
Yeah, that means Cena's going to win.
Because there's no
Taker
way
ain't going to win.
There's no way Undertaker can go for 2 matches. I mean, he's 53 years old. He barely looked able to walk last year at the Royal Rumble. He can't do 2 matches, and then they're going to break Ric Flair's record, the tie with Ric Flair for the World Championships, to make Cena go ahead.
Well, I'm glad you guys went on that little rant, because the actual continuation of the rumor is that the Undertaker is going to win the belt and redeem himself against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
He'd have to put on one heck of a match, because that match last year was horrible. I'm sorry for all you people who love Taker. That match was bad.
Or they could just have Braun Strowman wrestle twice.
I don't like this rumor about Taker winning the belt, because he's not going to be able to defend it. And what's he going to do? Pull a Brock Lesnar schedule?
Well, no, Brock at least shows up once every 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, well, Taker could do the same thing. I mean, there was, a year ago, 2 years ago, where Undertaker came out and wrestled...
Survivor Series, yeah.
Yeah, 4 matches against Brock Lesnar.
I don't know. Maybe after his hip surgery, he got himself back into good shape, but the last 3 or 4 Mania matches just haven't been very good.
No, and here's the thing, I don't want... Cena gains nothing from beating The Undertaker, and you further tarnish his... even as The Undertaker, you further tarnish the WrestleMania record of him, so I've been hoping that Undertaker goes over Cena, because Cena has nothing to lose, really.
And neither does Taker.
But if he loses at WrestleMania again, that's going to actually take a hit.
Again, this is all rumors, all speculation. Nothing's been confirmed. But what is confirmed is that Lesnar's contract is up shortly after WrestleMania.
And rumor is he's going back to UFC.
And they say that Paul Heyman's leaving with him if he does leave, because Heyman's contract's up at around the same time.
There's a lot of rumors. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss WrestleMania entirely because I'm going to be in Boston.
I'll get to see it.
Yeah, I'm going to be on the road during WrestleMania, and I'm going to miss.
You want me to live tweet it or text you?
Absolutely not.
I'll text you after every match.
Because what I think I'm going to do, and I haven't talked this over with the goddess yet, is we are probably not going to the last day of PAX East on Sunday. We're going to spend some time with her family in Connecticut because it's actually their Easter, Greek Easter. So I think we're going to hit the road, and then I'm just going to put the WWE Network on my phone and let her drive home, and I'm going to watch WrestleMania on my phone.
That is going to kill your data plan.
I have unlimited data.
Who are you with?
Sprint?
I was going to say, because with some people, T-Mobile, unlimited data does not mean unlimited.
I have unlimited.
It doesn't mean unlimited high-speed data.
No, my first two my first 2 gigs are 4G, and then it dives to 3.
Yeah, but I mean, this is all bearing on the fact that I'm gonna have a cell phone reception the entire time.
Wouldn't that be something? Here comes a big match or a big name is announced, shows up at WrestleMania, and his media just dies. He goes into a tunnel. No! He comes back out and everybody's cheering. What happened? What happened?
You remember? Well, if you remember correctly, 4 years ago on the way back from PAX, I called you at 10 o'clock at night. We were on the phone for an hour and a half because I was stuck behind some car that went into the lake, and they had to get a crane in the middle of the highway. They shut down the entire highway.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, the Amy Meister wasn't too happy about it.
No, she wasn't overly thrilled, but that's all right.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't, gotten the full picture yet, I'm not going to be here next week. I'm going to be in PAX.
They'll be covering PAX.
So me, Andy from the dual screens, and the guys, we're all going to be going to PAX. We're going to be covering that. So Alex and Yield are going to record, and I don't know when they're recording because they both want to watch WrestleMania.
We're going to hold down the fort.
It's not going to be on a Sunday unless they do it early Sunday morning.
Probably be Saturday.
Well, in that case, you're going to miss NXT.
I don't go watch NXT.
Anyway, let's do our updated trophy counts. I am level 34, total trophies of 8,913 with 87 platinums. Alex?
I do not have my list in front of me.
You are a level 30 with a trophy count of 6,547 and 97 plats in 96 games.
Yield?
I am currently a level 25 with the astonishing trophy count of 4,986 and still at 75 platinums, the 3/4 century mark.
You know what, Yield? You were gaining on me, and then now there's a 12 platinum difference between us.
That's all right. I gained on you once before, and you went on a platinum binge. It's cool. I'm okay with it. I got big shoulders. I can take it.
All right. Steve is level 14, total trophies of 1,826 with 5 platinums. And Sid is just killing it because he's level 31, total trophies of 6,892 with 107 platinums.
Woo.
So he's killing it. All right, so what we're playing, I'm going to start off because...
You ain't been playing squat.
No, I have been playing some games. But I want to talk about these games, and I know that you guys really are not going to be able to give me too much in a conversation piece as far as what I'm talking about because you haven't played the games. But I've been playing Bravo Team, which is the VR game made by Supermassive. Injustice 2, Puzzle Showdown 4K, because I like putting together puzzles. Guitar Hero Live.
How is that?
Burnout That's...
Because I've kicked around picking that up since it's real cheap. Would it be worth it or just stay with Rock Band?
Stay with Rock Band.
Okay, easy enough. Save my money.
Now, but I say that because I don't like what they did with this game.
You don't like the crowd?
Okay. the story mode, so to speak, is 13 shows
Okay.
that all have a majority of them have 3 songs in them. A couple have 4, and I think one of them has 5 songs in it.
Any encores?
No encores.
Boo.
Now, the meat of the game is the Guitar Hero Live part of it, which is the online which you compete against other people.
Yeah.
But there's only 2 channels that play right now, because I'm only I think I just turned level 6 online. There's only 2 channels to play, and you don't consistently play songs. Like, they choose the songs you're playing, and the music video in the background plays, and then you get rated on how well of a job you did, and you get points. But if you want to play a particular song, you have to pay a token to play a particular song. You can't just randomly go on and say, okay, I want to go play Down with the Sickness by Disturbed. You have to use a Play Now token, which you have a limited number of them, but you can buy more of them.
Yeah, that sounds like Activision.
So, if with Rock Band, at least you can go and play whatever you want whenever you want. You don't necessarily have to do story mode, but all the songs in Guitar Hero story mode don't unlock until you beat them in story mode. And I like the guitar. I like the 3 buttons, your 3 fingers either top or bottom. It does get a little trying on the harder difficulties, but it's easier on your hand. It's easier to play, but it's harder to master.
Mm-hmm.
Because people that played Rock Band for a while, you have it in your mind that okay, the jewel is on the left, it's in the middle, it's on the right, but you have that extra second where your brain has to trigger. Oh no, I have to go down, or no, I have to go up, or no, I have to hold them both down, or I don't have to hold one. It's easier to play, but it's harder to master.
I got you.
The other thing I'm playing is Burnout Paradise Remastered. I'm finding it very hard to keep playing that game.
Really? Why would that be?
I don't know. It's like I'm trying to get all my Burnout, all my licenses,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have the motivation to go do it again.
Could it be you won't platinum it?
I mean, I'll platinum it, but I don't have the desire to sit here for like an hour or 2 and play the game. It's like I do 1 or 2 races. I'm like, I'm done. I'm turning it off. The other thing I'm playing is Assassin's Creed Rogue, the remastered edition. I never actually played that Assassin's Creed, so I'm going back and playing that.
Are you enjoying that?
I'm liking it.
I picked it up. I picked it up on the cheap for the 3. When it got real cheap for the 3, I picked it up, and I just haven't played it yet because I'm like, well, I want to start because they kind of all are interconnected. So I'm like, well, I need to start with the first game and buzz through it, so I kind of at least know the little nods it makes, so I can follow the story.
And the last game I'm playing is A Way Out, and I've been playing that with the Goddess.
I think I'm gonna have to do that with my wife because my co-op partner hasn't been showing up.
Well, I'll go through it with you again because there's some trophies that I have to get in the game that I would have to do a chapter select to go back and get.
I got
So
you.
if I just start over with you, I'll just do it with you.
I got you.
But I got 85% of those trophies already.
Did you without spoilers? Did you enjoy the game?
Yes, I'm enjoying the game. My only complaint with it is simply that you can't single player it. You have to play a co-op.
I can see that, great.
And confirmation, if you are playing it online co-op,
Mm-hmm. So they're using the friend pass,
right? And your friend does not own the game, they do not get trophies.
okay, but they get it when they couch co-op. They just don't get it if you friend pass it.
Right.
Okay.
Now, if they own the game, they get the trophies. Obviously.
Well, obviously, yes.
But but in the case if you did not own the game, like last week when we tried to play it together,
Yeah, I wouldn't have earned any trophies.
right?
Gotcha. I'm glad we cleared that up then.
So that's all that I've been playing.
Ooh.
Yield, what have you been playing?
Okay, so I've been playing some as you got the little teaser in the beginning. I've been playing Saints Row the Third on the PlayStation 3. I've been playing some Burnout Paradise Remastered. The guys were over yesterday, so we fired up some party mode.
Now, how are you liking it?
It's just like playing Burnout. I mean, nothing's changed. I mean, we just fired up party mode. I didn't play any of the story or anything. But it was awesome. I won every party because I'm awesome like that.
That's because I wasn't there.
Uh-huh. See, I played some Everybody's Golf. Been playing Rocket League. We had some great Rocket League matches. Granted, it was 4 of us, and we were playing pro-level bots. But we had some really bad matches, but had some really good matches. And then I also been playing some Horizon Zero Dawn: The Frozen Wilds. I'm about done with that.
How you liking that?
I really like it. I'm a little sad that they only did one DLC pack, and I'm a mixed emotions of I would like to see another Horizon game, or I'm fine with it just being a one-off. I don't know how I feel about it. You know.
Well, see, we've said this in the past, but when it comes to DLC for games, I think it's a delicate balance because if they do too much DLC for like Horizon, then it limits what they can do storyline wise for the sequel.
I got you.
So how, like the Frozen Wilds was a great story, but just playing devil's advocate, could they have used the Frozen Wilds story for Horizon 2?
Possibly. So I don't know. I just I'm hoping, and I don't want like a true sequel. You know what I'm saying? If they do another Horizon game, I would almost. I know you have to have Aloy in it, but like maybe a different part of the country, maybe, or I don't know. I'm just like I just don't want a copy and paste of Zero Dawn. I guess.
Gotcha.
See, I feel like the Frozen Wild like really fit well with the storyline that was in Horizon Zero Dawn. Like I feel like it felt naturally a piece of that as opposed to being something they could have saved for later. Like I feel like this was a nice like continuation of what we had already seen that can help bridge the gap, but I don't feel like it necessarily like would have fit quite as well in another like story. Because as Yield said, like if you just do that, is she just gonna go to like is it basically just Horizon Zero Dawn again in another place?
Well, also the problem with the Frozen Wilds, if there is if you want to call it a problem, is that the Frozen Wilds is actually baked into the regular game. So if you've never played Horizon and you go, you don't even realize you're jumping into DLC at that point because it just seamlessly fits into the game. So for people that have beaten the game and now went back in, you like in your mind you're going, this is DLC. But if you're straight playing the game from the first time ever, you're not even going to realize you're going into the DLC part of the game. It's just going to feel like a side mission. So it's good and bad.
I get what you're saying.
All right, Alex, what have you been playing, sir?
Well, same as last week, I've been playing through Bloodborne. It's probably going to be that way for a while because, one of these things about this game, my feelings have kind of softened on the game. Like, as I've played more, I've gotten better. As I've gotten further, I've gotten better, which, tends to happen, but I feel like this game is mostly like me grinding out blood echoes in order to buy upgrades and weapons, and then me moving on, like, I have to play through certain sections of the city multiple times in order to have enough blood echoes to be able to be confident to go fight the boss that will lead me to the next area. So I feel like a lot of this game is just grinding for the sake of grinding. Like, I mean, it's grinding to get through the game, but I feel like a well-designed game doesn't need that. I mean, there's challenging, but then this game is just like, it feels like you have to play the game, like, it feels like you have to play through the same section of the game too many times in order to progress. Like, it's like, if you play through the part of the city where you're in to get to the boss, like, it feels like you're not strong enough to actually beat the boss. You have to go back again and just grind blood echoes, and I'm not cool with that, really. It's gotten a little bit easier because, you know, as you go through a level, you find shortcuts and you open gates, and that allows you to get to the boss quicker to where you don't have to fight your way around the city again. So there are shortcuts that you can find, and, you know, you can co-op help online, and there's even some, like, what are those? NPCs that will help you fight against the bosses. So that all helps a little bit, but in the end, like, I feel like I'm going to end up playing this game for 50 hours, and, like, probably 4/5 of that is me just grinding. And you shouldn't really have to do that through the first playthrough of a game. So I can see the appeal of Bloodborne, but again, like, I just feel like it asks you to just... I feel like the game should be more well-balanced to where you can get through and fight the bosses with skill, and you can just go play through the game, play through this section of the game, and get through the boss, as opposed to having to stay in an area of the city for a long time until you're strong enough to fight the boss. I think that's kind of bogus. So, that's what I've been playing.
All right. I can't speak to that because I'm never gonna play Bloodborne. I don't like sticking my nuts in a vice and squeezing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. Like I said, the difficulty as you play more it lessens, but it's still, like, more punishing than challenging. So I don't really... I would never play a sequel to this game, ever. Even if it was free, I would not play it.
Well, it took this one being free for you to play this one.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I was like,
And he doesn't like it.
It's like, you know what? I always stayed away from the Souls games because of how they were structured, and it's like, I'm glad I'm playing this game now because I know I definitely don't like this type of game. Like, the setting and the world and, like...
Here comes the pitchforks and torches!
And the collecting the items and getting new weapons and the progression of the player, that's all great. But just the way that you play the game and how you have to just, like, get up to, like, level 100 or, like, something like that just to get to, like, the final boss and be able to beat it, like, that's just not what I really want to do.
All right. Well, you did get Bloodborne last month for free for PlayStation Plus.
You guys are gonna love what you're getting next month.
I don't know about that.
I do. I own both these games, and they're phenomenal. Well, I won't say phenomenal, but they're really fun. I enjoyed both of them.
All right. For next month, in the month of April, you should be getting these games yesterday as of this release. Hopefully it gets out on time this week. PlayStation Plus, you're going to be getting Mad Max for the PS4.
Excellent game.
A good game.
I got the platinum. Tricky hasn't.
And you're also going to be getting Trackmania Turbo.
That is fun.
Now, I wonder, it doesn't say here, but I wonder if this is going to be the Trackmania that you can play in VR. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to play that game in VR, but I enjoy what I've played of Trackmania Turbo. I don't ever think I'll get the platinum because that would be a
split second.
No, split second was far easier than this game because there are a lot of races just so far that I've played that you can't make a mistake at all. You know, there are some time trial races where you can make a mistake and you're going to be able to make it up in another turn. You know, do a real good power slide or whatever, you make it up. This track, some of the gold medals, it feels like you have to hit every turn perfectly. And when you get into some of the inverted tracks, it gets really hard to hit everything perfectly because they get narrow when it goes inverted.
You know, as you're saying this, I'm reading the comments on the PlayStation blog for the game.
Yeah.
and one of the users, which I'm not gonna say his name, because I don't know who he is and I don't have his permission. He said the game's good. I won't bash it. It's fun, colorful, and the soundtrack is what it did it for me. But it's also hard AF to beat. Not only to plat it, which is basically just to finish the game, but to beat it, you have to gold medal in every single track, and that's no normal feat.
Yep.
That, or I'm just as rusty as you can get. Haha.
Yeah, there's like I want to say 150 tracks.
And you have to get a gold in every one.
You have to get a gold in every one of them, and then there's also a trophy, I think, for getting 50 green medals, which is...
What the fuck is a green medal?
A green medal basically is beating what people have said on the internet, is beating the dev time, but you don't know what the dev time is for each track.
So how do you know you beat it?
Well, if you run a really good race, it'll turn your medal from gold to green.
Oh, okay. So you'll know once you did it.
Yeah, you know once you did it. The one thing I really like about Trackmania Turbo is, like I said, it's a time trial track or races. So basically, they set you down to this track. Here you go. Here's your bronze, silver, and gold medal times. And when you first start racing, you race against the bronze car. If you run really good and you beat the gold time, you get the gold. But let's say you only run so good and you beat the silver time. So you get a silver medal. If you want to go back and run it again, now you run against a ghost car of your car and the gold time. So that way you can see, if you're falling behind, where your time is and where the gold time is. Of course, if you're out in front, you don't see any of it. But
you don't need to see any of it.
You don't need to. But the other little feature that I liked is when you beat the track, here's your time. Well, it tells you what your time ranks globally. For us here in the States, it ranks what you rank in the U.S., and then it also will rank where you rank in your state.
Oh, is this the game where you said you had the best time in Ohio or something?
I had like the 5th or 4th best time, yes, on one of the tracks.
Oh. All right. For the PS3, you're going to get In Space Free Brawl, which is going to be cross-buy with the PS4. You're also going to get Toy Home for the PS3. The following two games you're going to get for the Vita are also cross-buy with the PS3 and the PS4, and that's 99 Vitas, not Vitas, Vidas, Vidas, and Qbert Rebooted.
Huh, okay.
So this month you're getting 5 games for the PS4.
But like I said, I really enjoyed Mad Max. It took me a while to platinum it because there's so much to collect for the platinum. So that was one of my games where I'd play it for a couple of weekends and then be like, oh, I'm moving on to something else. And then I'd come back and then I would just bounce back and forth. Because if you try to do it all at once, it just seemed overwhelming because the map is really big but the universe is really fun. If Avalanche ever did another Mad Max game, I'd be so for it.
Oh. Well, if you're ever interested in playing Trackmania Turbo with the VR, I got some good news for you. The PlayStation VR starting currently is officially dropping in price down to $300. The new price amount provides an even greater value for PlayStation fans at a perfect time. With must-play PSVR titles like Moss and Sprint Vector, there's also plenty to look forward to like Firewall Zero Hour, Rick and Morty Virtual Reality, Wipeout, Omega Collection, Blood and Truth, and many others. If you're interested, there is a PlayStation VR Doom bundle for $300, which includes the headset, the camera, a PSVR Demo Disc 2.0, and Doom VFR. And there's also a Skyrim bundle, which is $350, which includes the headset, the camera, 2 PlayStation Move controllers, the VR Demo Disc 2.0, and Skyrim VR, and all its official add-ons.
It's nice that Moss is getting a little love there as the front runner of the first game they mentioned, but no Inpatient love?
I was playing, I have the Impatient, I started playing it. The game's not that good there, Alex. It's not that good.
Well, you also said that Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild wasn't that good, and we saw what happened after you got done playing it because you actually like it now.
Well, I don't actually like it. Well, you know what?
Wait,
I do like it.
wait a second. You guys hear that? That's the sound of Tricky backing up.
It's not as bad as I initially thought. I'll go with that.
No, you said you liked it.
I'm just
Silence is deafening.
I'm just gonna leave that alone for right now.
And one of these days, we'll get you to admit that
that-
Ocarina of Time is better than A Link to the Past.
That will never happen.
It is better.
It is better.
That will never happen. Link to the Past is the best Zelda game.
No, it's not.
Lies!
Next story, Warner Brothers Interactive and Disney have announced Lego The Incredibles from longtime Lego developer TT Games, and it's going to be released for the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC later this year. The game in the US, the game will be available physically and digitally on June 15th, the same day as Pixar's long-awaited Incredibles 2 hits the theaters. In the UK, it's the same deal, but a little later, and the game and the film will arrive on July 13th. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Another Lego game.
Now, to get to the news that I think is going to be a little weird of a conversation for us. Have you guys heard of Jurassic World Evolution?
The only reason I've heard about it is because somebody I follow on Twitter made a tweet about it, about they were excited for it, and I watched the trailer, and yeah.
All right, Frontier Development's Dinosaur Park Management Sim Jurassic World Evolution will be released digitally on June 12th for the PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, and physically on July 3rd for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Now, what this is a game where you manage your own Jurassic Park. Think Roller Coaster Tycoon, but you're managing a dinosaur park. The dinosaurs will get out. There will be natural disasters that cut the power, so the dinosaurs break the gates down and stuff like that. This is going to be managing your own Jurassic Park. Alex, are you interested in this at all?
Mosasaurus everywhere. Well, and a few Spinosaurus aegypticus sprinkled here and there. You know,
What about, will there be any Sondosaurus Rexes?
there's only one Sondosaurus Rex, Tricky, and you know that. You've known that for years. So the concept of the game is really cool because obviously I grew up in the days where SimCity really got big, Roller Coaster Tycoon got really big. So the ability to manage like your own kind of world, your own ecosystem like that is something that appeals to me, really. Especially with dinosaurs, because let's be honest, dinosaurs are a lot cooler than roller coasters. So like, yeah, I'm definitely after hearing the concept for the game, I'm definitely intrigued. Although I want to see how well they pull it off, because like, is there going to be any kind of like action sequence into it? Like if a dinosaur escapes, am I going to be able to like get out and capture it, or is it kind of going to be like, like a Roller Coaster Tycoon type view where you got to kind of manage just from like a menu, like a select and like kind of almost like a strategy game kind of.
Well, if you're anybody's on the fence, I mean, it doesn't sound like Alex is on the fence, but Alex, I have a bit of news for you, and I want to see what you think.
Hold on,
of it.
I am on the fence because I haven't seen any gameplay yet.
Okay, so you're on the fence. Let me give you a bit of information and then see if this helps you get over the fence. You ready?
Yes.
Jeff Goldblum is in the game.
That doesn't help me at all because, okay, look, I appreciate, I like I thought it was like gameplay related. I like Dr. Ian Malcolm, his chaos theory and whatnot, but to be honest, like, Jeff Goldblum is not going to swing me one way or the other. It's the gameplay and how the game like goes, like, and progresses. I mean, Tricky, does that, like, if Chris Pratt was in the game, would you be like, oh yes, I would definitely want this game now?
No, because Chris Pratt is not Jurassic Park.
Yes, he is. I mean, okay, whatever.
No, he's Jurassic World. They're trying Jurassic World was a cash grab. Let's get it right. Jurassic Park should never have had any sequels.
Well, by that logic, the Lost World was a cash grab.
It was. The only true, I would say probably the only true sequel is Jurassic World. Oh, and I only say that I haven't seen it yet. But the only reason I say that is because you're still in the park atmosphere.
Yeah, but you also just spoiled the entire movie for you because you got the platinum in Lego Jurassic World.
Yeah, so I've seen how the movie goes.
We can all agree that the concept for the next movie, the fifth movie, is really dumb. Trying to save dinosaurs from the island as the volcano's going off.
I didn't even know they were making the fifth movie.
You did? Oh, yeah, I seen those trailers. Yeah.
I tuned out.
He lives under a rock, man. He didn't even know DuckTales came back.
You oh my lord, how did I miss that? I have no idea how I did not know that came back.
You're living under a rock, and that says something because I live under a pretty big rock.
So Yoda, you could be playing Jurassic World Evolution.
I am not as close to the fence of this game as Alex is, but from the trailer that I saw from this person who retweeted it, I wasn't sold on it. A little bit skeptical, but I will keep an eye on it to see how the gameplay is and to see if it would be worth, going after that. I've never liked The Sims. I've never wanted to play any sim type game.
Okay. At this time, we're going to throw it across the pond to our main man, Sid, for this week's Sophie's Trophy.
Hey guys, how we all doing? Welcome to Sophie's Trophies, episode 31. This week, guys, it's going to be a quick one, because the game I'm going to talk about, there isn't actually that much to say. Now, I can't remember the name of this game originally, but it was taken off the PSN store. There was a controversy over the naming of the game and the description of the game. It said it was the fastest platinum you could get, and Sony didn't really like that description. Now, I found out this game was back on the PSN store through Facebook. Somebody had put it on there. It's not on the North American site. It's only on the European site and the Asian site, I believe. So let's get into it, guys, and I'm going to explain why it's so ridiculous. The game is now called Slide. I bought it for 99 pence, and I have to say, guys, I was expecting a relatively easy platinum, for that price and what the description was, but this was ridiculous. A little bit of explaining for it. It is a picture puzzle. It's one of those where the picture is broken up into squares and you have to move the picture around piece by piece. So you just press up, down, left, right, and whichever picture or piece can move, then it will move. Now, I put it on medium, and there is easy, medium, and hard. So I stuck it on medium just to see what it was like. And I honestly thought, guys, there would be a few pictures to go through. The picture I went on was a view of the inside of a car looking out through the window, or the windscreen. So, you had the seats, the steering wheel, the gearbox, blah, blah, blah. So I thought to myself, okay, let's do this. We'll do this picture, then we'll go on to the next one, and so on and so forth. I finished this picture, guys, and every single trophy in the game popped, which is ridiculous. So let's go through these trophies. There is Hoo-Ha, or Hoo-Ah, and that is the platinum, and it is a 94.8% common trophy, as are all of these trophies. Now, 94.8% means not everybody has finished it, which I don't understand, guys. You buy this game, you do it, done. But anyway, going down the list, we have 2 silvers, which are drafted, and boot camp. Again, they are in the 95% common range. Next we have the golds, which are deployed and private, private second class, private first class, specialist, corporal, sergeant, staff sergeant, sergeant first class, master sergeant, and sergeant major. And that's it, guys. That is all the trophies in this game. I've not given any descriptions because there are none. I will give you an example. Sergeant First Class says, "Call me Sarge." So, there's nothing there, guys. But the reason I'm talking about this one is just because I like a platinum. I like getting platinums. I enjoy it. Games like I Am Mayo, alright, it's crap as a game, really. Tap in a jar. But you at least have to do something a little more worthwhile. This one, guys, I know it was 99p and it is a platinum, but even I think it's a little bit ridiculous. 13 seconds it took me to get this platinum, which is shameful, really. I think it's a shameful platinum. I will be honest with you, although I've still got it. I still played the game, but I was expecting a little bit more, maybe a few more levels, something like that, or do a level within a certain amount of time, things like that, or within a certain amount of moves. But no, you just do the level and pop every trophy in the game. So if you want an easy one, guys, go for it. I was very disappointed. Alright, like I say, I've got a platinum, yay. But as far as a game goes, it's not really a game, But yeah, so that's it for this week, guys. Just a little bit of a moan about that one. Is it worth 99p? Of course it is. It's a platinum. But I do like a little bit more. So that's that. So yeah, Slide, a renamed PlayStation 4 game. Like I say, it's only on the EU and Asia sites. But if you want it, get it. Won't take you long at all. So yeah, that's that one, guys. Right, I will be back next week with Tomb Raider 2013. Gonna go through the multiplayer trophies on that one, guys, and then the week after I will be doing the single player. I'm going to spread them into 2 because there's a little bit to say about each one, I believe. So, yep, that's it, guys. Hope you're all good, and I will talk to you again next week. As always, if you want to get in touch with me, Sidders1978 on the PSN, sid@ProvingGamer on the email, or through the Trophy Horse Facebook group, or even Twitter, which is @Sidney. So, yep, talk to you next week, guys. Take it easy and keep getting those trophies.
And we're back. Thank you, Sid, for this week's Sophie's Trophy.
Yes, thanks, Sid.
I have a feeling he's talking shit about us, and I don't know.
He's not talking shit about me, sir, and I guarantee not about Yield either. You, I can't vouch for.
Oh, he's definitely talking shit about you.
What?
I heard it.
What'd he say?
Quit rocking the boat, Tricky.
Well, if you want to know what he has to say, then you have to listen to the show.
Look, I know that you're just a shit starter, Tricky.
You know what I know, Alex?
What?
I know that you know what's hot in gaming.
Oh, yes. Yes, I do, sir. So this week we have a couple game announcements. One is a remaster or a remastered. Oh man, THQ Nordic. That marketing is fantastic. To be honest, I actually do like it. As well as a sequel announcement. So, Pixel Junk Monsters. I don't know. Did either of you guys ever play Pixel Junk Monsters?
Yes.
I played it. Wasn't a fan.
So I was really good at Plants vs. Zombies. I have the platinum on the Vita. Thank you very much. But I was never very good at a lot of tower defense games, particularly Pixel Junk Monsters, because if you go look at my trophy amount for that, the percentage is pretty piss poor. I'm going to go ahead and say it. But I know a lot of people out there really like Pixel Junk Monsters. I'm a big fan of the Pixel Junk series, Pixel Junk Shooter, Pixel Junk.
I really love Shooter and Shooter 2.
Yeah, Shooter and Shooter 2, Pixel Junk Side Scroller. They're all great. But Q Games has announced that Pixel Junk Monsters 2 will be coming out on May 25th for $15. And the cool thing about this game is it looks beautiful. It's actually like, as opposed to the other game, which was kind of top down and like 2D, this one's 3D. So it looks really sharp. It's coming to PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, Steam, and yeah. So just PlayStation 4. I was looking for an Xbox in there, but nope, not coming to that.
Oh, middle finger, Xbox.
Yeah. So Pixel Junk Monsters 2 coming out very quickly, like less than 2 months. So if you're a big fan of that, put that on your radar. And then Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered. Of course, that game's set on Mars, which, plays into the whole, the name there. And, I know this game was really popular when it came out. 2009 was when it came out.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, this comes from IGN. THQ Nordic has confirmed that Remastered contains all of the original game's DLC, and Steam owners of the original game will also be able to upgrade to the Remastered edition for free, which is really nice, and just yet another reason to get behind Steam, to be honest.
Now, are they having the multiplayer or no?
To be honest, it doesn't mention anything specifically about multiplayer modes, but I would have to imagine that since multiplayer was a big component of the original Guerrilla, like, they would keep it in there.
Okay, because I know when I played it on the, what was that on? Was that on the 3? I think it was. I had all
it was
the story.
2009, so it would have to be the 3.
So I had all the trophies for it except the multiplayer trophies because, to be honest with you, I enjoyed the story mode aspect of the game. I even enjoyed the guys and we would play local multiplayer split screen, and we had fun with that. But to get the platinum, you had to have, I forget what it was, like 10,000 kills or something like that, one of those astronomical numbers. And I'm just like, I enjoy the game, but not enough to put that much time into online. So that's why I was wondering if they were bringing the whole online back. Because I know some remasters, they kind of maybe leave off the online component and just do the single player part of the game.
Yeah, I mean, if you can update the game on Steam to get the remastered edition, then I have to imagine the gameplay components are in there intact, as they were in the PlayStation 3 version. So, that's what's hot in gaming.
Alrighty, let's move on to our topic of the week. On the fly, we know that when it comes to the internet, and April Fool's is a very tricky time to believe the internet. Not that you could really ever believe the internet. But let's talk about what's your favorite internet April Fool's joke.
I'm not going to have anything for this because, quite frankly, I'm not really sure. Like, I didn't really see that many great April Fool's jokes or any this year.
Yeah, same here.
Mm-hmm.
You guys didn't see the chocolate Whopper?
No, I was playing video games all day today.
Oh, I read about that. I saw a headline for that, and it was really dubious. It was like, Burger King is going to release chocolate Whopper, and then after that it said maybe.
Yeah, it says Burger King showcases a desert-style Whopper featuring a chocolate cake bun.
Whoa. A dessert, not a desert. A desert sandy, hot as fuck, and very low rainfall.
Burger King showcases a dessert-style Whopper featuring a chocolate cake bun, flame-grilled chocolate patty, raspberry syrup,
grilled chocolate patty,
raspberry syrup, white chocolate rings, candied blood oranges, milk chocolate leaves, all topped with a rich vanilla frosting.
Yeah, the flame-broiled chocolate patty should have been a giveaway there. It'd melt, you dumbasses.
Logitech released a webcam, that comes with a BS detection, so you can tell when people on the camera are lying. Where's Waldo has taken over Google Maps. Ramen Opticals. Tired of fogging up your glasses whenever you eat a nice hot bowl of ramen? Zenzi Optical and Nissan Cup Noodles have teamed up to make ramen optical glasses equipped with a mini fan and detachable fork, perfect for slurping down those delicious soupy noodles.
See, this is why April Fool's Day is not a thing anymore, because people can't step their game up.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots, Tesla versus Edison. Bluetooth Pet Rock. If you're looking for a low-maintenance pet or an easy way to confuse your coworkers and friends, this Bluetooth Pet Rock might be for you. It wirelessly connects to your phone, sports an intriguing Bluetooth connection indicator light, and does absolutely nothing while putting on a smile on everyone's face.
That does not put a smile on my face.
I'm so ashamed of the internet right now.
Fortnite is releasing an RC battle bus. Transform your backyard into the Fortnite Battle Royale map with your cell phone. And Think Geek Fortnite RC Battle Bus. The Rick and Morty Screaming Alarm Clock. Yeah, these are all pretty stupid.
Boo, Fortnite. There, I've said it.
All right. That is going to bring us to the end of the show. Alex.
Uh-huh.
Let's do some housekeeping.
And let's clean this shit up.
ProvenGamer.com is looking for some staff members, looking for some writers, podcasters, videos, news reports, and generalized help at site. If you're interested in applying, go to ProvenGamer.com, click on the Help Wanted tab, and fill out the application, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. While you're there, be sure to check out all of our articles and all of our videos. Speaking of our videos, they can be found on YouTube by doing a search for Official Proven Gamer. You can also catch me and other people randomly streaming on twitch.tv/ProvenGamer. And you can sub to us for free, and we'll tell you how you can do that later. If you're looking to get a hold of us, there are several ways to get a hold of us. The first one is our phone number.
Oh, wait, that'd be me, wouldn't it?
Yes. You know, you would figure after 341 episodes, you would know your cue.
I'm trying to keep it fresh because people would laugh. Be like, he doesn't remember this week. Or they think I'm an idiot, which either way, I don't care because I don't talk to you. Anyway, so the phone number, 330-PROVEN-9. 330-776. 8369.
You can also get a hold of us by sending us an email at the Troy Memorial. I got to find a way to do that more smoothly because I always stutter. The Troy Memorial email. That's trophyhorse@provengamer.com. If you want to get us hold of us on Twitter, you can contact the site at Proven Gamer. You can contact the show at Trophy Horse. Contact me at Tricky Mick. Contact Yield at I Yield to No One. Contact Alex at Saundersaurus Rex. Alex.
Yeah.
Are you on Twitter?
Yeah, I made it.
Yeah, he's on Twitter.
I tweeted at Ted Nugent yesterday.
I saw that.
Yeah, I made fun of him for his comments about like the school shooting survivors from Parkland and how he called them soulless. So I tweeted at him telling him he basically was a dumbass. So yes, I'm still semi-active on Twitter.
Contact Steven at BatChild27. If you listen to this podcast, we greatly appreciate it. Be sure to listen to our other podcasts, PG Spoilers, The Smart Marks, Nintendo Dual Screens, and Game Stuff. All the podcasts can be found on Apple Podcasts, which is iTunes. I don't know why they changed the name. Fuck Apple. Stitcher, your various podcast applications on your smart devices, Google Play, tune in, and you can find Trophy Horse and The Smart Marks on
iHeartRadio.
Oh, you can do better than that.
iHeartRadio. Let's see you do better, Judgy Judy.
I can't do it better. I just get your girlfriend on you. That's all.
Oh, really? Wait till she listens to this and hears that comment. You can't control her.
She keeps you in line. No, I didn't say I was.
Oh, I think you
did. I
did.
know she keeps you in line. I know she keeps you in line. That's all I know.
Oh, you're in so much trouble now, Tricky.
Yeah, okay. I'm really scared of you, sir.
Oh, you should be.
We all know the goddess runs that house.
Yeah, okay. I forgot where I was at now. If you want to get a hold of us, and be more interactive with us, you can join the PlayStation 4 communities. There's one for the site called Proven Gamer. There's one for the show called T Dub's Brothel. Why Yield?
Because we're not allowed to say whores on the network, party poopers.
Why not?
Because the head of Sony won't let us.
What's his name?
I don't know. What is his name?
It's Shuhei Yoshida, the president of Worldwide Studios.
Who retired?
No, that was Cass Harai.
Oh, that was who retired? Oh, darn.
Yeah, you know him for Ridge Racer.
And that thing about the extremely large crab.
Yes. I'll tell you one thing I'm going to miss is the Cass Harai parody account.
I mean, is that really going to stop?
Yeah, he announced that, or he or she, whoever's behind it, because we don't know who actually is behind it, they announced last year that this E3 will be when they retire. Because Cass Harai is actually retiring as well. The real one.
Everyone go back and read the account, because it was actually really funny.
Yeah, it was hysterical. Did you see that Randy Pitchford got trolled by it?
Yeah, I did see that.
He tweeted the parody account saying that it would be a really good idea or whatnot, and somebody messaged back to Randy Pitchford and said, "You do know this is a parody account."
He was, because it was something along the lines of, since I'm about to retire, is there any way you can bring back like Ridge Racer or something like that?
He's like, "Oh, I've been talking to him for months. I thought he was a really cool dude, and I thought he was really cool with this."
Well, maybe he was trolling the trolls.
That's also possible. The tweet says, "I have one week left as CEO of Sony, and I'm going to spend every second I have left trying to convince Bandai Namco to bring Ridge Racer to the PS4." And then Randy Pitchford joined in. Randy Pitchford says, "Humbly consider this before you go. We need Xbox and PlayStation to be allies instead of competing with each other. You guys need to work together to compete with other distractions. Let's get 1 billion users between Xbox and PlayStation working together as possible." And somebody goes, "You do realize this is a parody account?" That is the end of our housekeeping, but we do have some sponsors. Our first sponsor is Humble Bundle. Alex, tell us about how you can get a bundle very humbly.
So we have a link in the summary to the synopsis, if you will, of this show. Take you straight to the Humble Bundle page, the partnership with ProvenGamer.com. Tricky, we've been giving away some free games, haven't we?
Well, okay, let me clarify. It's not us giving away the game. It's Humble Bundle is giving away games. They recently gave away The Darkness 2 and Spec Ops: The Line.
Spec Ops: The Line, phenomenal game. But it was just PC.
If you are in our socials and you are in our Discord, then I provide the links where you can go get the game. Generally, the games are only available for 2 days at a time.
And just PC. You forgot to keep mentioning that.
Well, it's not always PC. Now, I would say 90% of the bundles are PC bundles. But they're not always PC bundles. They do console bundles too. But, yeah. We did give away, well, not us, but 2 games were given away recently. But, Alex, even if you're not getting the free games, why is Humble Bundle cool?
So Humble Bundle is basically a charity initiative. They offer a bundle of games. Sometimes it's themed, like, it's Square Enix games or something like that, or sometimes it's like top-notch indie games. And you can donate any amount of money you want to the charity that is being represented, or the chosen charity, and you will receive those games for free. Or, excuse me, not for free, but for the price that you have decided to donate. If you hit certain levels with your donation, you get extra, like special games, or more games, or extra content. Sometimes you get soundtracks, stuff like that. So it's basically it's all for charity, and you get a good pack of games for cheap. So Humble Bundle is definitely a great thing. It's expanded, it's continued to go, and it's like a huge thriving thing. So definitely go and support it. And even if you decide to hit the highest levels of the donations, you still save a lot of money and get like 5 or 6 games at a time. So it's definitely a great deal for anyone. So we're definitely proud to be a part of it.
Would you be interested in knowing what you could get on Humble Bundle right now?
Tell me what we can get on Humble Bundle right now.
Okay, for paying for whatever you want, it could be a penny. You get Holocene 6 Lightspeed Edition, Mini Metro, and Raccoon. If you pay at least $6.11, you will get those 3 games plus Keep Talking and No One Explodes, Soma, Polybridge, and another game which they're going to release in announce in 2 days. But if you
so
pay
wait, that's 7 games already for $6.11.
Right. And if you pay $14 or more, you get those 7 games plus you get to add Super Hot to your collection.
Yeah, 7 games. That's $2 a game.
Yeah. Actually, less than $14, and you're getting 8 games.
It's a pretty good deal.
So less than $2 a game.
So again, it all goes to charity. So,
and that's just one of the bundles. They offer 6 bundles every so often. I'm looking at the next bundle. Let's see. For $15, I'm not going to name all the games, but for $15, you get 1, 8, 11 games for $15 on another bundle. And then they have books bundles. They have the Humble Monthly, which you go on and you pay a monthly price, which is only $12 a month, which is not bad. And this month, if you do the Humble Monthly, you get Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, God Eater 2, and Mafia 3, all for $12. Not bad at all.
Nope, not if you're a computer gamer.
But if you're not a computer gamer and you have to buy your games on Amazon, why is that good, Yield?
Because you can do your normal shopping as always, as long as you go to provengamer.com first, click on the little sidebar, continue on with your normal shopping, and a small proceeds of what you purchase gets kicked back to us to keep the lights on.
Alrighty. And our last sponsor is Extra Life. Extra Life. If you go to extra-life.org, you can get involved. You can raise money. It's a 25-hour, sometimes 24. This year it's 25 hours. Game and marathon in which you raise money for your local Children's Medical Network hospital.
No. I've made that mistake before, or it hasn't been clear. It's not your local Children's Miracle Network hospital. It's one you choose to represent.
Yes. You can choose. You can more than likely choose your local, but it's any of the hospitals that are participating in any of the Children's Miracle Network of hospitals who are choosing to be a part of Extra Life, I believe, because there was one year my local hospital wasn't in it.
Okay, thank you for the clarification. That's what I meant, but thank you for the clarification.
Most people probably do pick their local, at least here in the States. I don't know if they include overseas ones or not. I'm not sure if they're in the network, then they probably are a part of it, since it's kind of a big thing.
I think Canada, you could do it. Other countries, I am not too sure on. You can join any team. You can. We appreciate if you join the Proven Gamer team. We can raise money. Extra Life is a charity that's very near and dear to all of our hearts. We have all been associated with Extra Life since the beginning. We were back in the Sarcastic Gamer days. Yield, to this day, and this is a true story, his Skype icon is still his Sarcastic Gamer icon.
Yes, it is.
So, Again, go to extra-life.org and sign up. You could raise money for whatever hospital you want. Most people choose the local hospital, as my co-hosts have pointed out. And you could join the team. Also, worth noting that if you do join the Proven Gamer team, you can still raise money for whatever hospital you want. You're not raising money for our hospital. So it just goes into a group thing saying, hey, Team Proven Gamer raised this much money.
Exactly.
And I'm going to put it out there now. This is April 1st. This is not an April Fool's joke. If we reach our goal, which I have to establish, I'm going to get the Zelda tattoo that I talked about on last week's show. And if I reach my personal goal,
What's your personal goal?
right now I believe it's $1,000.
Going for the gold medal. Nice. I would be happy with just a silver.
But I'm gonna raise that up to 1,200 because I gotta, you gotta push forward.
That's true. Well, what? Okay. What'd you top out at last year?
I got $1,000 last year.
Dead even.
I think it was like 1,010.
Okay, so you just cracked the $1,000 mark.
Correct.
Okay, so 1,200. I would accept that. Ceiling raising.
I'm gonna get the Extra Life tattoo on my right forearm, which is gonna cover up my junior tattoo.
Gotcha.
Because junior's not racing no more,
That is true.
and I'm not that big into NASCAR anymore.
You never should have had that tattoo in the first place.
That goes double for me.
Well, the tattoo, in my defense, was because I was a junior fan, but the tattoo was actually the symbol that was on the rear hood of the car that Junior was driving when he won Daytona, the first race after his father passed away. So it was a tribute to his father, and it was also a support of the driver that I liked watching. It was also my first tattoo. So mistakes were made. With that being said, let's do our shout-outs. Yield, we'll start with you, sir.
So, like I said earlier in the show, the guys came over. We played video games all day. Shenanigans were had. So, shout out to Homer Get Stuffed, Prepare to Die, Earth Scum, and Harry Balls on ya. A shout out to my co-hosts tonight, Alex and Tricky. Thanks for recording. A shout out to you, the pimps and the madams of the whoredom, for listening, downloading, doing everything that is and I don't know where I'm going with it. I brain locked. That is Proven Gamer and Trophy Whores. Thank you for listening and interacting with us on the social medias. And a shout out to Flaming Toast for my Trophy Whores decal. A lot of people seem to really like that.
I am jealous of it.
It turned out really slick, didn't it?
I might be willing to buy that off of you.
No, you're not gonna buy that off me. You can have it made yourself.
Yes, but I can't put it on with such precision like you can.
It's not that hard, man. I mean, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
I'm just messing with
I know you are, but I was just like, okay. But it did turn out real slick. I'm more proud of my Snoopy than anything because I didn't think it would go together that cool, and it turned out really nice.
I was kind of upset you didn't get the PG logo.
Why? I got it on the top of the controller.
Yeah, but now when you're playing the game, the PG logo will shine onto the wall like a projector.
Okay.
Alex, your shout-outs.
First and foremost, as always, I want to give a shout out to the listeners. You guys are the fuel to the fire that is Trophy Whores, and without you all, the show would not exist, and we would not continue to push it forward as we continue to march to and past episode 350. So thank you all for listening to us every week. We appreciate it oh so much. Thank you to my co-host this week, Tricky and Yield. We could not be joined by Steven, who apparently is horrifying his children by making them see the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, like there's this picture of Steven's son, his daughter, Sweet Mama P. She's handling just fine, but the son is like he's not all about it, and Steven just has this maniacal laugh on his face.
He is not having it.
I mean, like, we all have seen those pictures of the Easter Bunny and children crying, so quite frankly, for a little one, the Easter Bunny might be particularly terrifying, especially depending upon the costume. And last but not least, I want to thank my girlfriend Ashley, who, like I always say, has supported the show since we met. She listens every week, and he's even started listening to backlog episodes. My tag team partner,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, really. Tell her to don't go past 250.
Don't go past 250. All right, I'll let her know. But Ashley, who's my tag team partner in Netflix, watching some Santa Clarita Diet and hopefully some Trailer Park Boys season 12 now on Netflix. Yeah, just always a supporter of mine.
How is the new season?
I am doing my shout-outs. Shut the hell up, Tricky.
Oh, like you don't derail me.
No, I don't. Not during your shout-outs. I don't. When you talk about Sweet Mama D and the Goddess, I'm not like Tricky. No, I'm not. So shut up. So again, shout out to Ashley for always being my supporter. Tricky, you can talk now.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. How is Santa Clara Diet this season?
It's really good because Drew Barrymore and Timothy Olyphant are fantastic. So.
I'm a big Drew Barrymore fan.
I'm sure you are.
Okay. Shout out to
Tricky,
Goddess.
you know what? I saw this really good movie recently. You want to hear about it?
Sure. Tell me
I
about
just wanted to derail you.
It don't bother me. Shout out to the Goddess who is.
Hey, Tricky, you know what I really like to have for dinner?
A pot roast.
What?
Pot roast.
That's what I had.
Why would you guess that?
Because that's what the Goddess is making me.
No. Continue.
Shout out to Sweet Mama D, who I love very dearly. Shout out to the listeners. Thank you very much for dealing with the lateness of the show. Partly my fault, partly audio issues on Alex's end. Yeah. There was a lot of patching and going on in that show. Hopefully it ran together pretty good. Yield surprisingly had good audio this week. There was no crinkling, no keyboard clicking. We're gonna make a podcast out of you yet, Yield.
One of these days.
Shout out to my co-host. Thank you for recording on this Easter Sunday. And that's it. So until next week, if there's nothing else, happy trophy hunting.
Bye. Later.
See you next week.
Save your last words, then riddle me this. Save your last words. Save your last words, then riddle me this. Save your last words, then riddle me this. Save your last words, then riddle me this. Save your last words, then riddle me this.
The theme song is Venus by the band Even off their album Zenith. Permission granted by the band and 12 Stone Records. You can find them on Facebook by going to www.facebook.com/evenphilippines.